coming soon. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, it's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream, and happy affiliate anniversary. This, I believe, makes 2 years now
Something like that.
I have been an affiliate. Something like that. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but yeah. Last year we played Mario for my anniversary. This year it's time for wrestling. It is it so happens to fall on the exact wrestling schedule. So so we get to enjoy wrestling on my stream anniversary.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Ba 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 ba.
Oh. So yeah. Oh. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into our commands, shall we? Of course, you know we're sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't have the little guy. It's in my pocket somewhere. But yeah. And I've already gotten my brain off of track. It was we thank our sponsor, Jesus Christ. Of course, we want to say thank you to all of you as well. Try that again. Discord. We have one of those, and you can grab either one of those links to come join us. I didn't know if you were going to grab it or not.
I got it.
Here, have some more more links to stuff. Those are places that you can find us outside of here, and of course, ways to help support if you would like to do so. That is all in the chat. We're just starting off great today. I'm not complaining though. I love it. I love being here. I love doing this. I love having an amazing, supportive wife who lets me do this. So,
yeah. Sorry, my stomach was doing a thing.
You're good. All right. So, shall we get into things? We know that we are on the road to our elimination chamber, which will take place at the end of this month. We already have all of our number one contenders. We also know who is going to be in the 2 elimination chamber matches. And just in case you don't remember or you don't know, so the current number one contenders for the women's tag team championships are The Way, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, while Bianca Belair is the number one contender for the women's world championship. Blair Davenport is the number one contender to the Women's European Championship. And of course, at Elimination Chamber, Scarlett will defend the brand new Women's United States Championship inside of the Elimination Chamber, defending against Chyna, Rhea Ripley, Cora Jade, Io Sky, and Jade Cargill. Meanwhile, on the men's side of things, the Wolfpack, Jose and Dwayne, are the men's number one contenders. Are the number one contenders to the men's tag team championships. Tyler Bate is the number one contender to the heavyweight championship. Jalen Brunson is the number one contender to the United States championship. Akira Tozawa is the number one contender to the Intercontinental Championship. Meanwhile, Terry Funk will be defending the Pure Honor Championship inside the Elimination Chamber, defending against The Miz, CM Punk, Omos, Razor Ramon, and Booker T. Yeah. So, that is sometime later on. Tonight, we start the actual build up to all this, and that starts with, well, the usual roadblock for anybody who wants to challenge Chelsea Green for the Women's European Championship. That's right. Starting our night off, Blair Davenport versus Piper Niven.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Ayrshire, Scotland, Piper Niven!
And here she comes, Piper Niven, a former RWF Women's not tag team. She's a former Women's European Champion, as well as a former Women's World Champion.
Then her opponent from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport!
And here she comes. This young lady has gone from pure obscurity to #1 contender. But can she be the one to actually defeat Chelsea Green?
Oh, yes.
As match has started, of course, betting is underway, so feel free to get that in. And of course, as always, Blair Davenport has to face off against the first roadblock to the Women's European Championship. That is the best friend of Chelsea Green, Piper Niven. But don't get Piper Niven wrong. She is definitely no slouch. Former European champion, former Women's World Champion. She knows a thing or two about a thing or two when it comes to competing inside this ring. And Piper Niven going for the Piper driver, but Blair Davenport able to get out of it. Piper Niven back, well, I was about to say back in firm control, but just the back and forth action between these two ladies. Niven trying to make Davenport submit there, but Davenport hanging on. Piper driver into the cover. And that's it.
Here is your winner, Piper
And not a good start for Blair Davenport as Piper Niven claims victory here tonight. It's always the hardest obstacle to overcome, but maybe in the end, Blair will win. Who knows? Only time will tell. Well, coming up next, we have a 6-man tag team match. As all 6 competitors of the men's elimination chamber match will be in action as the Miz, Omos, and Razor Ramon take on CM Punk, Booker T, and Terry Funk. And of course, as always, the question is, how will these teams, well, stick? Like, how will they work together, knowing that they're all going to be against each other for that title inside of Elimination Chamber?
Representing the nation of domination from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 416 pounds, the Nigerian Giant, Omas!
And what's interesting about these teams as well is all three members of this team have all been tag team champions, while all three members of the other tag team have been singles champions. Will that give these three a more edge since they know what it means to be in a tag team, or will the singles experience reign supreme?
And representing the Outsiders from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 287 pounds, the Bad Guy, Razor Ramon!
The Awesome Ones, the Nation of Domination, the Outsiders on display. All three of these men, former men's tag team championship champions. Also interesting to note that only one of these men that have entered so far has held a singles title, with The Miz being also a former Pure Honor champion.
Weighing in at 218 pounds,
Former heavyweight champion CM Punk leading team number 2. A team that is all three held singles gold. And only one of them is in a current tag team as of right now, to make things even more interesting.
Can you dig it, sucker?
And from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, Booker T.
And of course, Booker T, a former RWF United States champion. You know, in other promotions, Booker T has won tag gold. He knows what it means to be a tag team champion, but he's yet to do that here in RWF. And honestly, he's not even part of a tag team at all. Been focusing on his singles career. Is he going to be the next Pure Honor champion? We'll find out at Elimination Chamber.
And representing Team Hardcore from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Pure Honor Champion, Terry Funk.
And here he comes, the current Pure Honor champion, who is set to defend that very title inside the structure that is the Elimination Chamber against all 5 of the other men in this match tonight. And this match is underway, and Miz gets an early shot. Now, each guy here, you know that they're going to want to do as much as they can, not just to prove that they are going to beat and get the momentum here tonight, but that they are going to be the ones to win in that Elimination Chamber match at Elimination Chamber. Let's just talk about the accomplishments here. We got to talk about The Miz and the fact that him and Logan Paul, as collectively known as the Awesome Ones, held the men's tag team championships for 5 months. Longer than any tag team in RWF history. Of course, they wouldn't have even had that opportunity if not for what happened with Omos. Of course, Omos was tag team champions as part of the Hurt Business with MVP. But then MVP decided, after him and Omos successfully defended the men's tag team championships against the New Day at Rabit Mania, MVP would leave for a different company so he could compete with them. And now we have said it before, we wish nothing but success for him. We hold no hold any grudges. But because of that, Omos was stripped of the men's tag team championships. A 16-team tournament would be held with The Miz and Logan Paul, aka the Awesome Ones, going the distance to win that tournament to be crowned the brand new men's tag team champions. And then they would go on that legendary run of 5 consecutive months. Of course, we've talked a lot about Omos. We've talked a lot about The Miz. You can't hold out Razor Ramon for his tag team accomplishments either. Him and Kevin Nash came into the scene under the name Scott Hall and Kevin Nash as part of the NWO. They would defeat the Street Profits to become the men's tag team champions, and they would hold on to those. I'm actually going to see. I'm actually curious. They would hold on to them for 3 months before losing them eventually to the Hurt Business. So a lot of history between these 3 men teaming up here tonight, as the Hurt Business would take the men's tag team titles away from the Outsiders, and then of course the Awesome Ones taking it, or them being stripped, and the Awesome Ones taking it from there. On the other hand, you have a former RWF heavyweight champion, a former United States champion, and the current Pure Honor champion. Back on the other side of the ring, The Miz is also the only member of his team to have held the tag team championships as well as a singles title. Yes, The Miz is a former Pure Honor champion when he defeated the Hurricane to win the title. After, of course, defeating the Hurricane for the Pure Honor Championship, The Miz would be subject to When We Shut Our Doors Down, and he would be stripped of that championship. Of course, he would get the opportunity to compete in an 8-man tournament when we reopened our doors. That, of course, that tournament would be won by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Running knee by The Miz. Taking in CM Punk. And CM Punk going for the Anaconda Vice. Will The Miz tap out here? No, Miz able to get out. Tagging in the bad guy. CM Punk able to get out of the Razor's Edge. Taking in the current Pure Honor champion, Terry Funk. And there comes the Nigerian giant, Omos, who's looking for a chokeslam. But for whatever reason, Omos decided to not go for a cover here. And instead, he's going for a stop sign. Tagging in Booker T. Booker T hits the bookend into the cover, but Miz is right there and breaks it up. There's a tag out to the Miz. Skull crushing finale into the cover. But Terry Funk saves the matchup. Pinfall attempt, but is broken up by CM Punk, and there's a tag to Razor Ramon. Big chokeslam by Ramon. And now Razor looking for the Razor's Edge. And that's it.
Here are your winners. The team of The Miz, Omos, and Razor Ramon.
And another win for the bad guy. And in this case, the bad guys. Razor Ramon getting that knockout victory. Perhaps he will be the one that walks out the brand new Pure Honor champion. Well, coming up next, we get into the war of momentum over the tag team titles, starting with the men's division as Jose takes on Bray Wyatt. Extreme Cups. Oh, actually, I can do the thing, can't I? There we go. I did the thing. But yeah, back to betting, and yeah, the match coming up next. They're not even close, but power already flickered. Must have been the wind.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Wolfpack from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Jose!
Former RWF Heavyweight Champion. Former RWF Intercontinental Champion. Former RWF Pure Honor Champion. Currently one half of the men's tag team champions. The only title that has been out of his grasp, that has eluded him here in RWF, is the United States Championship. Tonight, it's not about the United States title. It's not about being a Grand Slam champion. Tonight, he faces the next one half of his next challengers for the men's tag team championships. As we get the war of momentum underway. And this match is underway. Jose, one half of the Wolfpack, a fairly new team that made their debut at the Rabit Rumble, winning a fatal four-way tornado Falls Count Anywhere tag team match to earn the right to go on to last episode and enter the yet another fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere tornado tag team match. Only that time, by winning that match, they also won the number one contendership spot to the men's tag team titles. And just in case you are new to the stream and you don't know what the War of Momentum is all about, or why you're seeing the tag team competitors compete in a singles match, well, that is just what we like to do here in RWF. We'll set the two teams in separate singles matches. Each one... Oh, wait a second. That's Dwayne. That's the Wolfpack's music. And there's Dwayne, who eats his sister Abigail for his efforts. Mandible Claw by Bray Wyatt. But Jose stays in this match. So yeah, as I was saying, we let them have number one contender matches, and then whoever wins, I'm sorry, not number one contender, we let them have singles matches, and whoever wins the most, well, that team then gets to decide if there is going to be a stipulation for the tag team title match and what that stipulation would be. So, for example, if they wanted to just be an ordinary match, they can make it just an ordinary match. If they want it to be a ladder match, or a Hell in a Cell match, or a tables, ladders, and chairs match, or so on and so forth, and they can choose that it would have that stipulation. Of course, on the result of a draw, it becomes a normal match. Jose hitting his finisher there, but unable to get the job done. Bray Wyatt in firm control here as he seems to pick over his opponent. And just like that, Jose back on top. Jose for the drive off the top rope, and he missed. Will this be the opening for Bray Wyatt? Oh, and Jose gets sent hard to the outside of the ring. Bray Wyatt with a double axe handle from the top rope, looking to end this, and that's it.
Here is your winner, Bray Wyatt.
And on this night, the Faces of Fear gain the first point in the War Momentum. Will Uncle Howdy be able to do the same later on? Well, with that, we move right on along to our next War Momentum. This time we start the War Momentum over the Women's Tag Team Championships as Candice LeRae goes one-on-one with Laura Holland.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing Hitting the way from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
Your sticker board is half off the wall. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what's going on there. Like, I don't know, like, what is going on with the thumbtacks. But the bottom ones keep wanting to come out for whatever reason.
And her opponent, representing the Acolytes, from New Orleans, Louisiana, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Laura Holland.
Laura Holland making her way into the ring now, looking to dominate this match. And this match is underway. Candice LeRae taking no time to get things started here. She knows that's exactly what she's got to do. She's got to hit hard. She's got to hit often. She's got to hit fast. I will be right back, everyone. Enjoy this match. And I am back. I'm sorry about all that, but I am back as this match continues. Close call there. Candice LeRae can't seem to believe it. She thought it was done. Hey, welcome in, Bruda. You missed actually quite a lot. We're on our 4th match right now. I'll tell you more about what you missed when the match is over. And Mrs. Gargano trying to make Laura Holland tap out, but she's way too close to the ropes. Big move into the cover. And that's it.
Here is your winner,
Upset victory of the night as Candice LeRae gets the first point in the War of Momentum for the way. Well, my Bruda, so far you have missed Piper Niven getting a victory. Whoa, Candice. You missed Storms in a lot of places and a very tired wife. Good night all. And a good night to the bird. So, okay. Piper Niven defeated Blair Davenport in a one-on-one match. Razor Ramon won a 6-man tag match while teaming with Omos and The Miz, defeating CM Punk, Booker T, and the current Pure Honor champion Terry Funk. Like I said, Razor Ramon won that for his team. Bray Wyatt defeated Jose in one-on-one combat. And, as you just saw, Candice LeRae defeated Laura Holland. And you are just in time. So, last episode, Kevin Owens had gotten into some issues with Pretty Deadly, and he ended up challenging Kit Wilson to a one-on-one match where none of the rest of Pretty Deadly were able to be at ringside, and he won. Now, he has challenged Elton Prince to step up and do the same. Will this time, will Prince get the upper hand on the Canadian? Or actually they're both Canadian. So will Elton Prince get the upper hand on Owens? Or will Owens once again walk away with the W? We're about to find out. Coming up next. It all started with a backstage brawl as Kevin Owens says he's tired of waiting for a shot. He's tired of being overlooked ever since Owens lost the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. He says he's done and it's time for It's time for Fight Owens fight to return.
And his opponent, representing Pretty Deadly from Grays, England, weighing in at 172 pounds, Elton Prince.
Pretty Deadly would mock Kevin Owens, and Owens would attack all three of them before it was broken up. And now the anonymous general manager put Owens versus Kit Wilson, where the rest of Pretty Deadly could not be in the match. And now things continue. Sting Step Blair lost, but I like the other results. Ubi Jose, Dagnabbit, my yes boy always plays at the wrong time. Jose is one half of the Wolfpack, a tag team that debuted at Rabbit Rumble and won that Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, and then they won last episode, becoming number one contenders for the Men's Tag Team Championships. He is not the black guy. Dwayne is the black guy. Jose is the other one. Alright, I need to learn the names of the Wolfpack. It doesn't help that last year I had people named the Wolfpack as well, but they were named other things too, so. Like they weren't named Jose and Dwayne. So fair. Huh. It says I have 5 viewers. I'm actually really surprised. I figured nobody would really want to be watching somebody still playing 2K25 now that 2K26 is available for people who pre-ordered it. Needless to say, I thank you all. The people love Elton Prince and the Rabbit. Fair. And it looks like Kevin Owens got the better of that exchange. Pop up powerbomb into the cover. Will this be it? No. A kick out at 2. Back and forth action. Elton Prince looking to avenge his partner into a cover. Oh, but it's not enough. Big boot into the cover. And another kick out at 2. Another pinfall attempt, and Kevin Owens continues to fight Owens' fight. And he did it!
Here is your winner, Elton Prince.
And Elton Prince is able to do what Kit Wilson was not. Get some revenge against Kevin Owens and leave with a victory here tonight. Good for him. Yes, boy. Well, coming up next, we get back to the War of Momentum as Dwayne versus Uncle Howdy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Wolfpack from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 320 pounds, Dwayne!
And here it comes, the other half of the Wolfpack. He needs to win here tonight to even up the War of Momentum. Can the powerhouse of the group do that, or will Uncle Howdy claim another victim? former RWF Heavyweight Champion and one half of the current Men's Tag Team Champions, the leader of the Wyatt Six, one half of the Faces of Fear, Uncle Howdy. And this match gets started. The powerhouse of the Wolf Pack versus the mysterious Uncle Howdy. If you haven't got your bet in, betting has opened. Bray Wyatt already has won against the other member of the Wolf Pack. We'll see if Dwayne can even things up for his team. Big power bomb into the pinning combination, but Uncle Howdy kicks out at 2. And yes, it is my affiliate anniversary. I can't remember if this makes the 2nd or 3rd year that I have been doing this. Either way, Twitch, let me know. Today is my affiliate anniversary. Thank you. I just hope that a wrestling stream is suitable for the celebration, because I know last year we played Mario, I believe, and I dressed up as Mario. Definitely suitable. I'd say it's been a staple of the content. Fair. While some things have gone and all, you're not. You know what? You're not wrong. Many things have come. Many things have gone. But the one thing, I mean, granted, we did close RWF for a while, but it came back. And pretty much the one thing that has not gone away again has been RWF. Back and forth action between these two men. Uncle Howdy hits a spear. Dark Uranagi into the cover. But Dwayne kicks out at 2. Just like Dwayne did for Jose, it looks like Jose's gonna interfere in this match, or maybe they're just gonna play the music. End of days into the cover, and that's it.
Here is your winner, Dwayne!
And as Streamlabs messes up for me, I try to get the betting done here. There we go. And it looks like Dwayne has indeed tied up the war of momentum. 1-2-1. Coming up next, we're going to see if Rose Holland can do the same, or if the way is going to go 2-0. Coming up next. she wins here tonight, she'll make the war momentum 2-0. Indy Hartwell looking to show us just how impressive she can be.
And her opponent, representing the Acolytes, from New Orleans, Louisiana, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Rose Holland.
Back in the day, there used to be two brands, the Rabit Wrestling Federation and Faithfully or Faith Created Wrestling. I think is what we called it. And then FCW, Faith Created Wrestling. Barbara Holland and her family, Laura Holland and Rose Holland, debuted, and they wreaked absolute havoc on the FCW roster. So much so that Rose Holland would even be a part of a interpromotional ladder match to win what would eventually be known as the Carrot Cash briefcase. And although she would attempt to cash in that briefcase, she would be unsuccessful in cashing in that briefcase. Then we closed our doors. And when we closed our doors, a lot of the... When RWF closed its doors, FCW closed its doors as well. And a lot of the FCW wrestlers were let go. Since coming back, a few FCW wrestlers have made their return here to RWF. Most recently, the surprise return of Barbara Holland and her family, now calling themselves the Acolytes. And this time, they're not a part of FCW, as FCW does not exist. They are strictly RWF. And the first thing they do is they make themselves known by winning the #1 contenderships for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And then they go on to beat and become the new Women's Tag Team Champions. They'll have their first title defense at Elimination Chamber, where they will defeat the team of The Way, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Two ladies who have tried time and time again to prove why they belong here, but they've yet to capture any kind of gold. They have that first real chance. You know they're hungry. You know they want it. Can they overcome the Acolytes? Big follow-away slam there. A choke slam into the cover. And there it is.
Here is your winner, Rose Holland.
Rose Holland has done it. She has tied up the war of momentum. Well, interesting enough, the war of momentum on both sides are tied one apiece on both the men's and women's war of momentum. Well, coming up next, we saw the men have their time to shine in 6-person tag team action. Now it's time for the women. That's right, China, Rhea Ripley, and Jade Cargill will team to face off against Cora Jade, Io Sky, and Scarlett. That's correct, all 6 women who will be facing off against each other inside the Elimination Chamber. 6-woman tag team action coming up next.
My theme song hits, get your reinforcements. We strike quick with hard kicks, ducking nice sticks, bare knuckle mitts through fight pits, beat you lifeless, never survive this. Get forgot like all timers, two-faced rappers, walk away with 4 shiners. So raw rhymer, turning legends to old timers. My incisors like a viper biting through your one-liners. New Dead Man Inc., and we about to make you famous. Taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus. Word life, this is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Whether fighting or spitting, my discipline is unforgiving. Got you backing up in a defensive position. An ass-kicking anthem, heavyweight or bantam, holding camps for ransom. The microphone phantom, teams hit the floor. It's the new fight joint. Like a broken needle, kid, you missing the point. We dominate your conference with offense that's no nonsense. My theme song hits, get your reinforcements. We strike quick with hard.
The following contest is a 6-woman tag match. Taking up in place from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
Former 2-time Women's World Champion, the 9th wonder of the world, China. She knows what it's like to be inside the Elimination Chamber. She unfortunately lost her title inside of an Elimination Chamber. How fitting would it be for her to win the United States title inside of the same title chamber that took her Women's World title?
From Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea
former women's, two-time women's European champion. Her and China have a bit of a history as being as China being kind of a mentor to Rhea Ripley. At one point in time, we thought Rhea Ripley attacked China just to find out that it was actually Lita, with Rhea Ripley and China teaming up on occasion even. And once again, the two teaming up for a common cause. But how well will these three get along? How well will everybody get along knowing that the Elimination Chamber awaits at the end of the month? And in the Elimination Chamber, it's going to be every woman for herself.
A storm is coming. And from Orlando, Florida, Jade Cargill.
She has never won a title here in RWF. She has come close when she faced Chelsea Green for the Women's European Championship. And her and Bianca came close when they faced Power and Glory for the Women's Tag Team Championships. But now, she has another opportunity to be Women's United States Champion and take the title away from Scarlett.
Welcome to the generation of Jade. And representing the Misfits from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
And here comes a woman who knows a thing or two about tag team wrestling, as she is a former women's tag team champion. Another woman who has come very close to defeating Chelsea Green for the Women's European Championship, but she is unfortunately was unable to do it and has yet to win a singles gold. Will Elimination Chamber be her night?
And representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Another woman who is a former women's tag team champion. Her and Dakota Kai won those titles, but because of Bailey and because of a part in the contract, they were stripped of those titles before they even had a chance to defend those titles. She has yet to become a singles champion, so another woman looking to make that change come Elimination Chamber. And here she comes, the first ever Women's United States champion, defeating 7 other women and an 8-woman over the top rope battle royal to be crowned the first ever RWF Women's United States champion. She will have her first title defense inside of the Elimination Chamber match. Something China knows all too well, because China won the Women's World Championship only to have her first title defense inside that same structure. Will Scarlett suffer the same outcome as China and lose her title, or will the first women's champion remain champion? Women's United States champion. And this match gets started as China and Cora Jade start things off. Io Sky and Jay Cargill in the ring, battling it up. Each of these women, just like earlier with the men, each of these women wanting to prove why they are going to leave Elimination Chamber as the new United States champion. I was wondering if your love for Rhea Ripley was going to outweigh your love for Scarlett and the new championship. Mommy's always on top. Big spear by Cargill. Tag out to Scarlett, the Women's United States champion. Big kick into the cover, but Cora Jade saves the match. Okay, so I just got informed on Facebook through my memories. It is my 2 year anniversary, and one of the reasons that I dressed up as Mario and played Mario last year was because it's March 10th, which is Mar Yo. It's Mar is how you abbreviate March, and then 1-0, and it looks like Mario. I totally forgot it's Mario Day. Same. Granted, I've had a bit of a busy day. Well, not uh, somewhat busy, not really busy. I've been playing video games all day. It was a rare day off for me. So I was using today to rest up, play video games that I haven't gotten to play in a bit, and of course, get ready for tonight's stream. The good kind of busy, exactly. Sorry about that. I got distracted by some stuff. Rhea Ripley in control, but only for a moment as Scarlett tries to take back control of this match. Spear by Scarlett into the cover. And a kick out at 2. There's a tag out to China. There's a tag to Cora Jade. Big power bomb by China. And now setting up perhaps for the pedigree. She hits it into the cover, but Io Sky is right there to break it up. And China going for a second pedigree into the cover, but this time Scarlett breaks it up. Tagging into Rhea Ripley. There's a tag out to Io Sky. Now tagging back into the current Women's United States Champion. And now Rhea Ripley trying to make the champion tap, but Scarlett able to fight back. Tagging back in China. Pinfall attempt, but Cora Jade breaks it up. Big reversal into a power bomb. A tag out to Jade Cargill. Missing the springboard. Massive DDT-like maneuver by Scarlett into the cover, but Rhea Ripley breaks up the pinfall. Swinging neckbreaker. Is attacked to Rhea Ripley. Tag to Io Sky and Ripley immediately going for a Riptide. Ripley's not done and hits a top rope frog splash into the cover. But Scarlett breaks the cover. Tagging back into China now. Big powerbomb by China into the cover, but Scarlett is right there again. China going for her, and she hits the pedigree into the cover. And a kick out of two. Tagging in Rhea Ripley. Riptide, and there it is. Once again, the team without the champion gets the win here tonight, but even more importantly, Rhea Ripley getting the win for her team here tonight. Oh, yeah. Well, coming up next is our semi-main event of the evening, and I love how technically this match was Jade versus Jade, right? The next match is our semi-main event match, and it is also perhaps the weirdest match that we have. Jalen Brunson is the new number one contender to the United States Championship. Jalen Brunson has already challenged El Grande Americano to face him in one-on-one combat, just without the title on the line. Instead, the anonymous general manager has put him against, well, someone who has nothing to do with El Grande Americano. Someone who is American made. Coming up next, Jalen Brunson goes one-on-one with Brutus Creed.
If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Creed brothers, from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 285 pounds, Brutus Creed!
Well, you know that him and his brother are a part of American Made, Chad Gable's newest stable. But we have no idea why the general manager would be putting anyone from that stable in a match with somebody who's going to be facing a Grande Americano.
From South Jersey, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Captain, Jalen Brunson.
Well, this young man has surprised everybody. It's only his second appearance, winning a number one contendership match. And now he's set to face off against a Grande Americano. I gotta say, the oddest theory I've ever heard is that Chad Gable is in any way related to Americano. I'm right? This match starts, and Jalen Brunson already starting off quick, trying to show why he wants to be and believes that he is going to be the next RWF United States champion. And Brunson in firm control of this match, making it look easy. Reversal by Creed. Perhaps the opening he's needing. Honestly, they should let the Creeds back up the original El Grande Americano, so that way Los Americanos have someone that they can do stuff with, and we can get a big 3-on-3 thing. And then have them get a female for Los Americanos. She could be a Los Americana. That'd be a great idea. Creed now heading to the top rope. It's the Brutus Bowl. Into the cover. And the captain counts out a 2. Now, I should mention here that Brunson's number one contendership spot is not on the line here tonight. Despite that, you know, a loss would go a long way towards his confidence. Back and forth action between these men. Neither one wanting to give the other an inch. Brunson has done so great in this match, has dominated so much of it, but you gotta wonder if Brutus doesn't have his number. From the top rope. Brunson stealing Brutus's finishing move to try to end this with his own finishing move. Oh, and a kick out of 2. Brutus back in control. Big move there by Creed. Perhaps looking for it again. Yes, he hits it a second time. Will that be enough to put away? No, he gets the kick out of 2. You can't say that both men have not fought valiantly so far. Random dragon screw into the cover, but it's not enough. Pedigree by Brunson into the cover, and that's it.
Here is your winner, the Captain, Jalen Brunson.
Woo! Hard fought victory perhaps opening a few eyes to the rest of the RWF roster. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that means it is now time for our main event of the evening. A intergender tag team match. As the number one contenders to the RWF Heavyweight and RWF Women's World Championships team up to take on the current champions. And that match is coming up next.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair wants to prove that she is the EST in RWF. She's had a few different chances, a few different number one contendership matches. She's been in the title picture before, but she has yet to actually capture gold. And now, will that change at Elimination Chamber? Can she defeat Natalya? Tonight is the first step.
And her partner, representing New Catch Republic from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler Bate.
And here he comes. We really haven't seen much of him here in RWF. He has tried his hand at tag team action with his friend Pete Dunne. But now he has a chance to show us all why British strong style is the best style.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Women's World Champion, Natalya.
A two-time Women's World Champion looking to once again successfully defend her Women's World Championship. This is not the first time she's teamed up with Bubu Kaiser, and we know that they have what it takes to be winners. But will that be the case here tonight? One match at a time, he is bringing integrity back to RWF, according to him. He says that RWF has never been better now that it has a champion that respects the mat. And everybody else will respect the mat, even if he has to force them into it. And this match gets underway. The ladies are going to start things out here. But remember, this is RWF rules, which means that there are no countouts, no disqualifications, no rope breaks. And if the men want to get in there and tussle it up with the women, there's nothing that's going to stop them. Winning the match is via pinfall or submission or knockout inside the ring, or you can knock your opponent outside of the ring. Big move there by Natalya, trying to show her dominance as women's champion. Ludwig Kaiser now gonna toss it up with Bianca Belair. Tagging into Tyler Bate. Submission attempt by Ludwig Kaiser, but Bate able to easily get out of it. And just raking the eyes over the top rope. Kaiser doing whatever it takes to win. That massive neck breaker into the cover. But Bianca Belair saves the matchup. Tagging in both Bianca Belair and Natalya now. Back and forth action between these two teams. Tyler Bate and Natalya currently in the ring. There's a tag out to Ludwig Kaiser now. Massive suplex-like move there. And again, Bianca Belair right there to save the matchup. Figure 4 leg lock locked in. Will Bate tap out here? And no tap out right now. There's a tag out to Bianca Belair. Tagging in Natalya. And Natalya locking in the sharpshooter with Belair. Tap out here. No tap out, but there's a discus clothesline. And Natalya going for the second sharpshooter. But Belair easily able to get out of it. Tagging in Kaiser. And that kick out, despite that DDT-like maneuver, Bianca Belair kicks out at 2. The power of Bianca Belair and full display there. There's a tag to Tyler Bate. Tagging in Natalia. The power of Natalia now on display. We'll tag out to Ludwig Kaiser. Back and forth action between these two guys. Each team wanting to prove they're the best here tonight. Tagging in Bianca Belair. And there it is.
Here are your winners, the team of Natalia and Ludwig Kaiser.
And there it is. I mean, it's the understandable result. Fair. The champions walk away with the victory here tonight. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this day. Thank you all for being with me for 2 years as a stream affiliate, and even longer than that for just being here on Twitch. I think a stream affiliate is different from stream anniversary. I could be wrong. I really honestly don't know. I don't remember. And I don't remember when I started, in all honesty. But either way, I'm happy. For those of you who've stuck around since the beginning, it truly means the world for me. And if you're brand new, hey, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed your time here and I hope you to continue to come, hang out, and enjoy your time. We should be live again Sunday. Of course, I say should because I know once again last Sunday I was sick and I had to cancel stream, and I'm so sorry about that. But I had to take care of myself and my health. Um, so assuming that I don't get sick, I don't lose track of time, I basically nothing else happens, there should be stream this coming Sunday, and we should, I think, be wrapping up Batman Arkham Knight. I think there's only one. Like, if we don't do the side missions, I think there's only one mission left. Again, I could be wrong on that, but I think that's it, and I think I'm ready to just be done with it so we can move on from Batman. Not that I don't like Batman, not that I'm not having fun with Batman, but I just know that there's a lot of other games that I want to play for you guys, and I would like to finally be able to move on to one of those other games. So, 7 p.m. Central Time next Sunday. Hopefully, should see you then. For now, let's go ahead and get into our um, commands, and then I'll let you guys go for the evening. Go ahead and put my thing over there. As always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly, and we want to make sure they return his blessings by giving him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that he rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joined me today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife Firebird10, our amazing friends Nick, T, as well as our other friends Sean, Steve, and Danny, as well, of course, the two digital artists responsible for our artwork, Amon Wolf of CNH Podcast and Z Fire Incorporated. Thank you all so much. Discord. We have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, well, I'm about to. Great. Just great. Give me a moment. Why are you? Why are you doing this? Sorry, I'm having issues. There we go. If you haven't joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's why important announcements are announced, discussions are discussed, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted, and honestly, we just love to have you there. Another place that we love to have you is over on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our past live streams or highlight videos, you can grab that link there and join us over on YouTube now, since it is all free and it's a way to help support the stream. I do ask if you don't mind, go over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon to keep yourself notified, give the videos a like, and give them a comment because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. You can also find us over on TikTok where we just post our highlight videos. And again, since it is all free and another way to help support, if you don't mind, go over to the TikTok channel, give the channel a follow, give the videos a heart, and give them a comment because comments are also good for the TikTok algorithm. Last but certainly not least are ways to help support the stream right here, right now, if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help the chat is in the channel, so feel free to read that at your leisure, and remember to do only what you're able and comfortable with doing. Whew. What do we think, gang? Did the long, spilled out version, is that better for the ending instead of doing it both at the beginning and the ending? Do you like the shortened version at the beginning and the long version at the end? Or should I go back to doing the long version on both? What do you guys think? Let me know. That's something you can discuss in Discord if you would like to. Just in one way or another, let me know. I want to do whatever is best and most entertaining for you guys while also being able to do what I need to do. I think all at the end is good. Fair. All right. Well, with that, I should hopefully see you guys on Sunday. As for tonight, though, I am JRabbit87, and I hope you all have a very good